All right, what's up, guys? Today we're gonna be reacting to Billie Eilish loses her mind after Scary Movie 6 pronoun joke blows up, and Stolen Land comment by Mike Zora. I know I don't normally don't want to talk on politics anymore, but I'm going to start making an exception because honestly I don't care. I just need to keep my temper in check. I don't need to go outside of it. I don't need to make petty comments if it's not called for. I say if it's not called for, if somebody else is making petty comments and comments about somebody's appearance, if you make a comment on somebody's appearance, you're fair game. But if you don't, you're not fair game. So I'll keep my temper in check. We're going to go ahead and get into this though. It's about 9 minutes long. And let's get going. Mike Zora.
Alrighty, everyone, welcome back. It is now
This guy's
March
awesome.
5th of 2026, and ever since the release of the Scary Movie 6 trailer with the pronoun joke that
I've seen the Scary Movie 6 trailer because a buddy sent it to me. It's fucking funny. I'm like, I actually want to go see the movie now. I normally don't go to the movie theaters that much anymore, but I want to go see this.
has gone viral, and it's obviously upsetting a lot of those that represent Hollywood, whether it's those coming from the film or music industry, or just flat out those in show business in general, voicing their overall take, a terrible take, mind you, at that, about
Oh yeah,
comedy,
that happens a
about
lot.
why it's offending them, and why it's actually an issue with.
If you're offended by anything it's said, it's in the movie or the trailer or anything like that, here's the only thing I can really tell you. Grow a pair. You don't have to go watch the movie. You don't. If you don't like the movie or you don't like it or it offends you, don't go watch it. Like nobody is saying you have to go watch it. Nobody is saying they are forcing you to go watch it. So you can criticize it, but don't try to call for its takedown and all that shit. Fuck off. You don't have to watch it.
Them of the fact that this movie, Scary Movie 6, is already mocking they, them, and the usage of pronouns in this actual trailer. And already you have a lot of those out there, very recognizable names, by the way, when it comes to celebrities actually chiming in on the situation. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support.
I want to say, just for the fact that they did that, they're about to make a shitload of money.
Now, Billie Eilish, alright, already has an issue with the Scary Movie 6 trailer. Not a shocker there, because we know that she is one that uses pronouns. She's been a very big supporter of pronouns for a very long time now. And as well as her brother, not a big surprise there as well. And there's a lot of things going on with the fact that you have a lot of celebrities trying to spin this into a totally different issue, when in reality it's just comedy, it's pure comedy. And we already know that the creators of Scary Movie 6 said that their goal with this film is to cancel culture, if that makes sense. So, interestingly enough, we know that there's a lot of things going on with Billie Eilish. We know that ever since her Stolen Land remark, things haven't been working out too well for her. Ever since that comment,
her Stolen Land remark, it was really brain dead and stupid. There's no argument really there. It's just facts. It was really stupid.
And backfired on her career, whether it's
oh yeah, that's the part I say is really stupid. You go up to the stage in front of on like fucking that shit, and you make a comment like that, and like people clap and support. People can clap and support you. That are like, cause they're all celebrities. They don't fucking. They have like a hive mind. They will virtue signal and all have the right think because they're out of touch with what people actually think. And I should mention this: celebrities don't pay your salary. They don't hire you. Well, some celebrities do, but the people that sign your paycheck are basically the customers, because if the customers don't show up, they don't got money to pay you at the end of the day. So you won't be coming back. I kind of did this wrong. Be frankly honest with you, you'll get paid for the movie you played in. But if it bombshelled and it sucked, and that you were the one that like they say sucked, or even if you weren't the one they say it sucked, it could affect your future roles in other movies, other kind of gigs and shit like that.
Through music or film, whatever it may have been, she lost a lot of brand deals as well in the process. We talked
Ooh,
about that like twice.
shit,
Interestingly enough, though, ever since the Scary Movie 6 trailer went viral,
man, she got her. I'm not being mean or anything, but I'm just saying she does have rested bitch face. I do too. I have a rested bitch face as well, but man, she has a rested bitch face. Like, man, it looks mean. Not me, not be. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying like she has a rested bitch face that looks like she's mean.
over its opening joke about pronouns that caused a major uproar from the majority of
I love
Hollywood.
that
One
scene. I
significant
hope he
development
shows it.
going on now involves more to do with singer Billie Eilish, who decided to come out weeks after her stolen land comment went viral and
Oh yeah.
backfired on her career. Now, this comes after many
Oh
celebrities
yeah. Do it.
attacked the public
Do
for
it.
praising the Scary Movie 6 trailer, where Billie delivered the following. It's not so surprising, she says, seeing the LGBTQ community mocked in such a selfish and offensive way, and just how so many feel that this is peak comedy worries me.
Mocked. Mocked. You know how it's fucking so stupid. Okay, keep my temper in check. It's not mocking. It is making a joke. There's a difference between mocking and making a joke. Mocking is you have the intention to offend people or make people mad. With a scary movie, they were making a joke. I do not believe they are intentionally making anybody mad. They're making a joke. And it's something that just people don't seem to get nowadays. You can't make a joke because somebody will get offended. But the point is, here's something that you should realize. No matter what joke you make, there's always going to be somebody offended by it.
As an artist, when you're in show business, you
Stupid.
understand how truly offensive this really is and how something is truly meant for comedy or when it's meant to offend others. And I think what we all saw in that trailer, it was a weak, lazy jab at the LGBTQ community by mocking the use of
And I feel like she's way too absorbed into this like cult of thought that like, oh, everything that makes a joke is like taking jabs. It's not a jab, it's a joke. It's Scary Movie. Scary Movie is known for making dark and edgy jokes. Sorry, honey, you're no exception.
pronouns that I myself value to use in my everyday life, along with those that I know that are very close to me. My brother as well, who knows this business well, was just appalled to see what they decided to go with in that movie. To stoop
I'm not
that low
appalled.
to mocking how one identifies themselves, especially on social media, it's the lowest point that we have had in comedy in recent years.
Really, really. I'm not gonna say it.
And I don't support it at all. It's time that we have to stand up for the LGBTQ community and those that
Stand up, man, bitch, y'all. You. There has been a stance for so long, and it's been so wrong for so long that honestly, nobody can take you seriously because what you're reaching for is you're over. People are overreaching. I think there needs to be a middle ground. I want people to reach a middle ground where they we want people to accept our beliefs and we accept their beliefs. See, like they want to be referred to as they them, but like my belief is they stands for multiple people, them stands for multiple people, so I'm not going to refer to you as a they them because you're a single individual. They should respect that I don't see that. But I can respect that they want to be referred to as a they them. So, if they want to be referred to as a they them, I'm like, people who also share that same belief can share the same belief with them and respect that. Well, I can respect that they want to be referred to as that, respect that I use proper English, and that you're an individual. You are not a they them. Maybe sometimes I refer to people as they or a them if I don't know their gender, but majority of the time I'm going to call you he, she, sir, ma'am, because it's common respect. If you disagree with me on that, you're welcome to disagree with me. But like that's my stance.
Identify themselves also with the use of pronouns, and this trailer for Scary Movie 6, it has not only mocked this community, it didn't help the stigma of labeling yourself as she, her, or they, them on social media or whatever. People should really and seriously consider how they are making others feel, because if you support something like this, I don't want your business.
That is so hypocritical coming from her, considering how you make people feel. I'm just saying it's pretty hypocritical coming from her. I don't need to get back into this shit because I got too far back into it the last time.
I would never associate myself with someone that wants to enhance that stigma of being part of this community and using pronouns to properly identify yourself. It's cruel and wrong, and I think Paramount made a terrible mistake here to the people. Mocking the use of pronouns, It was for sure a lazy attempt to get a...
I'm gonna say this is what makes her a hypocrite. She's like saying like consider how it make people feel. How do you think people feel when you say like fuck ICE and what's called all like it's all stolen land? How do you think that made people feel? We are again. I'm going to go into this. We are natives to this land. We may live. Maybe the land was stolen. If you want to say the land was stolen, that's fine. But we didn't steal it. We were born on this land. We were raised on this land. This is our land. So it's not really stolen land. And as for fuck ICE, I'm like, ICE, they're human beings too. So what about their feelings? Hmm? I'm just saying, it's pretty hypocritical.
Laugh, but in doing so, you are harming and humiliating an entire community that feels disconnected from society even more now. And that's why we are acting so vocal over this issue that doesn't seem like it wants to go away. It's obvious that pronoun usage is an issue with those that lean right, and I guess that's the audience for this movie. As one who is part of the LGBTQ community, as one who uses pronouns, I was shocked at what they did and disgusted. People need to seriously respect others more, especially though
I could not agree more. You should seriously need to respect others more. So, respect our belief that we can make a joke. And if you can't respect that, well, then you're just being a hypocrite, and not respecting that people on the right make jokes. Left, right, we'll make jokes about ourselves. We fucking throw ourselves under the bus in some jokes.
those that come from show business that make these decisions for these movies that end up embarrassing others and putting a stigma on all of them. Now, guys, let me just...
She embarrassed herself when she said fuck ICE and all land is stolen land. That was an embarrassment on herself.
Stop here quick before I move on. Now, the fact that you have a lot of celebrities speaking out about this, how they have a big problem with this.
I don't give a fuck.
We already heard about this from the members of The View, the hosts of The View, I should say, Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, Sunny Hostin.
Whoopi
They were
Goldberg
one of the
herself.
first few to actually have a very big problem with that. And look, this is comedy. It's all done in pure fun, and I think that they just have to have a laugh once in a while. They don't really seem to have a good sense of humor when it comes to a lot of these celebrities.
It's because why it's that way. It's because a lot of these celebrities have a stick up their ass, and they gotta continue to virtue signal the right things to keep support with their community that they want to post up. They want to take over. But that's not the community that they're getting, because the community still mostly has conservative views. In this minority community, while I respect them, they are still a minority. And they're trying to push that all media needs to lean to their side. It needs to cohere to their beliefs and all that completely. And ignore what the majority think, which I disagree with. If your majority audience is right-leaning, you should make movies towards the right-leaning people. No offense to the left, but the money is on the right, not the left. Because if the majority's on the right, the majority have money. They will spend money. And on the left, they have money, but there's not as many of them, so they won't spend as much money. It's not as profitable. It's just basic business.
Tuning into this actual trailer, which, by the way, Scary Movies 1 through 5, all right, were quite hilarious if you actually have watched them from start to finish. I mean, they
I actually haven't got to see Scary Movie. I've seen clips that are just like hilarious. And I want to go back and watch them. But I'm also poor at the moment, so unless they're on Tubi or like some free streaming site, I probably won't get to watch them for a bit.
are very well known to go off the rail, to actually hold no boundaries as to what they want to do.
They don't pull their punches.
Hence why the creators said their goal is to cancel culture. So you're going to have a lot of things in this trailer, a lot of things in this movie, I should say, that's going to obviously, have a big problem with a lot of celebrities out there that haven't seen comedy like this in quite some time. So obviously that's their goal, and I think that's one point for Paramount, is the fact that they are willing to do this, that they are willing to finally cancel culture to a degree. We know that the creators of the film at least came out saying and talking about that. The stars of the film as well confirmed that is their goal.
I can't remember.
Moving on, she goes on to conclude, it's just awful to see an entire community, she says, made fun of just because they want to identify themselves differently. It was a terrible decision to make for this film. This was for sure hitting a low point, if not the lowest.
I'm just gonna say, if they acknowledge your existence, be grateful that they acknowledge it. It's like they feel underrepresented, well then, you're getting representation here. You're being acknowledged. Now it's in a joke, but you're being treated just like anybody else would be. But now you're getting upset because you're being treated just like anybody else would be treated. Because, I'm sure they'll have some conservative jokes in there, I'm sure.
Point in comedy for film that I don't think it will resonate with its audience once they learn how it's impacting.
There's got to be a Trump joke in there. If there's not a Trump joke in the movie, I will be disappointed. I will not deny that.
Impacting our community. And there you have it again. I mean, she's like the up-teen celebrity now, Billie Eilish now, really speaking out against this, having a big problem with this pronoun joke for Scary Movie 6, due for release in June of this year, by the way. It's just around the corner. We got a couple more months to go.
Watch that.
Now, the fact that you have, all these celebrities trying to turn this into also somewhat of a political problem. Notice how she said that, the only people that have a problem with pronouns seem to lean right. Actually, there's a lot of people that call out the usage of pronouns and how truly ridiculous it really has become in not just social media, but also throughout all of mainstream media, when you have a lot of those that are just trying to go back to the basics, right? Just to actually just put your name out there and that's it. You don't really have to label yourself as like this or that. That's exactly what this movie is mocking. They're mocking about how it's used on social media. It's all done in good fun. And I think that they have to get that.
Exactly.
They have to understand that. All these celebrities need to actually have a laugh once in a while. It seems like they're...
Again, they have a stick up their ass, so they don't understand, a joke. They don't get it. It's a joke. It's meant to be funny. You're meant to laugh. If you didn't take everything so seriously, you could stop and, have a laugh.
Are very miserable. They really just can't laugh about something. Notice how in this trailer, and this is something that Billie Eilish also forgets to mention, the host of The View did this as well, they refused to mention this, they also mocked Republicans, alright? They mocked how they, in the actual trailer, that if you're a Republican...
Well, obviously they're not going to mention that, because then it would make them look stupid. Because then they made jokes about both sides. Because they didn't go mention that, because then that goes counterproductive against their views. That makes them look like an idiot. Because these people are being, they're making fun of both sides. They're making a joke of both sides. And then, one side's the Republican side's ha, it's funny. And then the left side's I'm offended. That's how it's kind of going. It's stupid.
You must be racist, or if you're white, you must be racist. Stuff like that is also in the trailer. So I kind of find it hilarious that Billie Eilish didn't even mention that when she's trying to make it into a one-sided thing, as if they are the only ones being mocked. And that really is just pure proof that they are spinning this or twisting this into a narrative that best suits them. And that's exactly what's been going on with the media. It's it's also what's been going on with a lot of celebrities out there that are trying to bring this movie down. They are trying to boycott this movie. They are trying to make this movie fail. And by doing so, you're only strengthening the movie. More people are going to want to go ahead and see this movie as a result of that.
I am.
And,
I'm 100%
more power to Paramount. I think that they know exactly what they were getting into. But I would like to hear what everyone has to say about this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. And I'll catch you guys later.
Thank you. See, I think this is a W for Paramount. And like a W for the world. Like America right now, because like we're just like we need to find a middle ground. If you want to make a left-leaning movie, like that's fine, but like all they have been doing is making like movies that have been like mostly left-leaning, and they have not been trying to like target the right-leaning audience at all. Or they've been mostly trying to do like for both sides, but it doesn't work because when you do it for one side, you're not doing it for the other. But that's my opinion. I'm going to leave the link to this video down in the comments, not in the comments, in the description down below if you want to go check it out. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I will catch you next time.